once more between two incredible athletes.
EFC 107.
Striking game, phenomenal. Goes down with body.
Live from the EFC Performance Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, someone's O has got to go.
Oh man, it's going to be fireworks.
Terrence, the Black Panther Palelo.
Gift the Day Walker.
These are two warriors, the baddest men on the continent, going head to head for the biggest prize in African MMA.
In the EFC Flyweight Championship of the World.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people, them? How you doing? We got that energy for that Dust Up Shakedown episode today, man. With my brother Naz and my brother Jordain. How you guys doing, man? Jordain, let's go with you first, man. How you doing?
I'm sound, mate. Scrammed all night. Spent some time with some family, just chilling, bro. Having a good one.
Fantastic, fantastic. What about you, Naz, man? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I don't know why I feel like I'm behind. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, man, that's sound, mate.
Yeah, I
That's
can
good
hear
to
you.
hear, man.
So, guys,
Yeah,
bro,
good.
it's been an interesting week. From UFC Singapore to OK Bolaji doing the madness. We're going into EFC 107. There's
Fully international. Paris, EFC, Singapore, everywhere.
Fucking everything, mate.
It's
And
crazy, man. But let's start with Max Holloway and the Korean Zombie and you know what they just did. What you know what they did over there. That was a great fight. I loved that main event, man. And
Phenomenal fight.
the Korean Zombie, you know, hang up the flag the way, hang up the glove the way that he did. Naz, what was your overall feeling watching that, you know, that whole fight play out?
Bro, honestly, that fight saved the whole card. Like, if they had one of those other, you know, dead fights, like for the finals, man, I don't know, Mackenzie Dern versus whoever. You know what I'm saying? In fight night fights.
Yeah.
It would have, because I don't know, I didn't feel that. Maybe because of what happened prior. We'll speak about the other man prior, but the ones before, it was mixed bag, a lot of decisions, a lot of weird fights, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, please don't let this be a snooze fest. Let this, like, you know, I don't want the Singapore people, and I like the spread of MMA, all the other fans out there. I don't want them to looking at, oh, like the UFC sentence a dead one. This UFC thing's dead. That Max Holloway fight and that Korean Zombie fight really, really saved it. And, you know, I'm happy the way it went. I kind of knew Korean Zombie would try retire. I'm a bit of a hater. I don't like people retiring on a win. You should go out on the loss. It should be like a rule. Like, just fight on
Everybody goes out on some sunshine thing, you know what I mean?
Everyone go out on a loss, bro. That way we know you're done for. But yeah, I digress, man. That one saved the main event, and it was more zombie than the Holloway. The zombies, like, meant his fighting mentality of that night. He saved that event. If he could have easily done a bit more, I don't know, similar fight to how he fought Brian Ortega, where he fought a bit safe, even though he lost, and other fights like that. But he brought it to him, and he brought it and beyond. He brought it in a way where he made sure one of us is going home. Like, the only person I can say that does that regularly is Justin Gaethje. And the Korean Zombie, honestly, if he didn't go to the army for all those bloody years, he would have been a super legend. He would have sold twice as many amount of those Korean Zombie t-shirts. But I remember buying one of those ones. It's tattered up. It was rubbish quality stuff in the beginning. But brother, I'm telling you, that when he popped, and they disappeared, and he came back. And I know Max won this, and he's the hero, and saved Hawaii. And I big up UFC for doing all that stuff. But if it wasn't for the Korean Zombie, Singapore would have been a bit of a dud. And I'm just happy they put a man like that in the main event. I hope they pay him well on his way out, you know. And yeah, man, salute to him, bro. He could join the South Korean army again, fight against Kim Jong-un or whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me do some real quick housekeeping, man. Let me do some real housekeeping real quick, man. We got Carl Rossi up in here, George G, Afro Thunder, big up yourself. We got the bloody good podcast going on up in here. Salute to you, the bloody good show. Big up to you, brother. It says sick opener. Salute to all of you, man. Carl Rossi, I'll see you, my bro. Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the house right now. Salute to you. Hit that like button, hit that share button, get us out there, man. You know what I mean? We're putting some work on that intro there, and we're gonna keep promoting that fight up until
that intro
fight
was
day,
sick
man. You know
too, by the way.
Jordain, I've not really got your full take on the Max Holloway thing, but first, you took a little part in that intro there, you know what I mean? And I wanted to say thank you for putting in the work that you put in on it, on that voiceover for that video clip that we saw there. What was it like putting all that together, taking the instruction from the nerd himself, Mr. Leroy? Shout out to Leroy, big up to Leroy.
Mate, yeah, I mean
firing things up.
That man sent me some bits and bobs, told me these are the taglines that he wants, but said just be yourself and ramble on with the extra pieces all you want, man, and he'll bang it all together. So no, thank you very much for fucking asking me to join you on that one. Like, it was fun. You know what I mean? Exciting. So a bit different to what you normally do. You know what I mean? Even jumping on there, talking with you boys or whatever, recording a podcast, but putting something together. Well, I never put it together. You know what I mean? I just banged some voice clips out and sent them to the master Leroy, and he's done all the fucking bits and bobs. Like, but seeing that that was the first time I've seen that. You sent me a small little clip of it before, but that was my first time seeing that, mate. And that shit was fucking dope. Like, I was fucking loving watching that there. If the viewers could see me, I was smiling ear to ear watching that entire fucking intro there. Like, that was fucking class. So yeah, thank you very much for inviting me to fucking help you out with that and jump on it, man, because that shit was sick. Like,
no problem, brother, no problem. I mean, it's something we've wanted to do for those guys over there, and putting something like this together and being a part of it, and you know, EFC, they're gonna bang it up with their promotion team and put it all over their social media over there in Africa. Yes, so right. It's gonna go on the mainstream over there in Africa, man, and we're excited about it. And big shout out to Hotso Ramopo that's been helping us with it. He's been the bridge between us and EFC with the powers that be over there. So big up to Hotso Ramopo and Gift and Terrence themselves that are really going to be putting on the show themselves. And
it's going to be fireworks next week. I can't wait to see that one.
It's going to be crazy. And
I'm telling you, the winner of that's going UFC. They're going. They might even become the flyweight champ the way that weight division is going.
Mate, both of them boys deserve a contract in the UFC. Not to take any away from the EFC, yeah, I mean, but fuck me, those two boys. I've been trying to catch up on some of their old fights and stuff, mate. The two boys are fucking electric. Every fight that they're in, and they're so similar in styles as well. The way they move, man, on the feet, like.
That's what it's about. That's. I mean, those two guys, and when you talk to them, when you meet them, now you've had the opportunity of meeting both of them. Yeah. They're down to earth.
Both G's. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. Like Terrence is like he's like he's like my boy. He's like the boy. He's one of us, man.
Terrence been fucking with us for a long time.
Like he's the kind of guy that will become UFC champion and they'll still come here and kick some jokes with us. You know, them ones. He won't change and shit. Keeping it real. But I mean, like Gift, also he's a sick guy. He's a G. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna speak bad, but obviously Black Panther. I fuck with him all the way, man. And no one's getting in front of the bus.
That's your boy. Yeah, big up to Gift, man. You know what I mean? Lions Only, House of Tinkerbell. That's where he works out from, and that's where he trains from. People, keep your eye out for that fight. And tomorrow we are recording the gloves are rough style interview with these two individuals. Nice. We've agreed the time. We've scheduled everything. Right. Everything is in place. We're working hard to bring more content, more build up to this fight for you two guys. Over what you've seen on that intro there, you know these two, they're gonna bring an exciting fight, man. And if you haven't heard of EFC subscription, go onto their website, go subscribe to them so you can get to watch this fight, man. It's gonna be incredible, people. We want to get as many eyes on that fight, as much awareness on that fight as much as we can, man. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do over here to help those guys out. Okay, back to Holloway and Korean Zombie. Naz was saying there, Jordan, how Korean Zombie saved the fight. how it kind of saved the card in terms of bringing the excitement to the fight, because it was really fighting in the pocket, right?
Yeah.
The way he was looking in he did catch Max a few times as well. And I thought,
Fucking wobbled him, mate.
this
Wobbled.
brother got
Who's
cheese
wobbling?
and a half.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
who's
so-
wobbling Max Holloway, my man? Like,
This is what I'm
fucking,
saying, like-
boys, I'm sitting watching it again right now. It's on my fucking TV. If we wouldn't get done for copyright, I'd turn my webcam and show you. It's on my fucking TV right now. Like, mate, what a fucking fight that was. And the fans getting behind Korean Zombie on his last show out. Yeah, I mean, and he's shown out and shown up, mate. It was an absolute fucking phenomenal fight just to finish that off. Don't be right. Again, like what Naz said, yeah, at times it was a bit flat, not knocking any of the other boys, any of the fighters that were on the card. Like, there were some great fights in there as well. But that one really fucking made it, didn't it? Really did pop it off right at the end of the night and put the excitement in. I think it was also the respect and the when they paid the homage to Zombie as well. Like, it got people in the feels. Yeah, you know, I mean,
Remember
it shows
the intro?
that MMA.
The intro.
Yeah, mate.
Cranberry,
Yeah.
Zombie. I was like, bro, he smacked it, and it just felt better than the last times. I was like, this really, feels it.
That's what I mean. It resonated with people that a little bit more, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, it just really fucking shows that MMA is not just about blood, guts, and fucking gore and sanctioned violence. Like, it shows people who got heart and they really fucking are passionate about this stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, it did show a complete different side to the sport. I was almost crying watching them, man. Yeah, I mean, like, it's wild, this sport. It can take you anywhere that you want to go with it. But yeah, same thought line as Naz. Like, incredible fight, incredible finish to the night, and hats off to the two boys getting in there, putting on the performance that they did. Oh, mate, I messaged Arnold Allen and I was like, he got that off you, mate. Yeah, I mean, because if you go back and watch the Arnold Allen Max Holloway fight, Arnold clips him with an overhand left. Obviously, you got him with the overhand right. Picture perfect though, mate. Honestly, go and put them next to each other. I'd message him and say, fucking Max learned that off you, bro. That big heavy hander, that one hit a quitter just came out of nowhere. Like,
it just goes to show how tough Arnold is as well, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know, mate.
You don't get in a fight with Max Holloway and not get transported or something, man. Like,
Max tried it, yeah. He tried to act cool. I didn't even walk away while knocking him down. Nah, mate,
yeah.
Zombie. You can't knock down a zombie and turn your back.
And he didn't ground him down. I'm going to try and choke him out instead. Yeah, I mean, it was just like...
Zombies don't need oxygen. Like, he's like, all right, okay, this is not working. So he let him back up and went on. And I thought he was done for in that round. I'm not going to lie. I thought Max going to finish him.
It's Max Holloway, though, isn't it? Gatekeeper of the featherweight division. What are you going to do? Where's he going to go from here? Who's he going to fucking... Which prospects he going to beat up next? I would like to see Ela Taporia against him. I know he's probably going to be more going towards Volk or something. Yeah, I mean, but...
I mean, when you say gatekeeper of the featherweight division, I mean, he's the gatekeeper for Volkanovski. That's the only that's the only thing he's gatekeeping. Like,
even Volk came out and said, "Stop beating up my prospects," didn't he?
if you want to get in the top 5, you know what I mean. Max Holloway is definitely one of the people you're going to be seeing. For you to see the title, you're gonna have to move him out of the way. And sometimes, if you get lucky, maybe the champion will look at you and say, "You know what, Max, let him through, man. Let him through. Let me
the bouncer on the door at the club, man.
let me do it,
Evan, man."
So, but Max definitely, like Afro Thunder just said there, you know, Max could go lightweight and maybe even see Justin Gaethje or
boy, that saved his life, man. I think we have to wait and see. Volk might just do a little thing and duck out the division. If he does any of that, you know, leaving the division, got lightweight again, maybe he should sit back. But if he does go lightweight, he should definitely do an Anderson Silva and take a more easy fight. Remember when Anderson Silva done 1 or 2 random fights in lightweight? Maybe he just made him look easy, but don't give him a Dustin or a Justin. Bro, last time we failed that test. Give him a flipping, I don't know, McKinney. Give him Terrence McKinney.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Get him 100%.
Max
Come on, bro. That's not even fair on Terrence McKinney, though. Yeah, I mean,
like, as the co-main event, just give him an easy fight. Like, I don't know, but you cannot give him
I don't even think you take that. I don't even think.
Bobby Green's is a good one where he's a bigger name.
That'd be a banger. Yeah, I'll go with you on that one.
You can see what happens. Like, does Volk want to move? Does he beat Islam? Obviously not. We'll see that. But if he can't find after that, then he can stick to lightweight, or he could go back and sneak a title if Volk does something. But I feel like Volkanovski's going to do something in the next year. I don't think he's there. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm.
Well, he just had the birth of his third daughter, I think, yesterday. Or was it today?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he posted
Yeah.
out.
So he's.
Yes,
I don't think he'll be fighting again this year. Like.
you know.
Who
For
Volk?
me,
Yeah, maybe.
I think
Yeah,
when you
he
think
paid
about
as well, man.
bro, when you think about what Max has
Mhm.
done in the featherweight division and the amount of champions and the amount of top level
18
fighters
and
that
0.
he's been in,
Yeah, I
I
was about to
don't
say
think
that. Did you see
he's
that
gonna
stat
be
the other
going
day?
to lightweight if he decides to go to lightweight to be seeing somebody. He's gonna want to see someone in the top 5. That's what he's gonna be asking for. He's that caliber of a fighter, and I think going to lightweight will do him. So he's gonna do him some good because, bro, the older you get, the harder them weights is to cut. You know what I mean? The older you get in,
I don't know
the
though,
weight ain't gonna
Ola,
be
because
easy to shift off like that.
he
It's
was
also
like
the
a
experience of it,
bantamweight
though.
in the beginning.
Yeah, what was this
He was
saying,
like a
Naz?
bantamweight in the beginning when he fought McGregor. He can't probably made bantamweight during those days. He talks about not cutting much weight. Now he's a real featherweight. Maybe he might turn to a lightweight this year if he done it. If you dedicate himself.
I just feel look, it needs it's. I don't know what else it could prove at featherweight as well, man. Like you lost to Volk 3 times, that's done. There's nothing, and Volk ain't going anywhere anytime soon. What else is there for you at featherweight?
Third fight was pretty substantial as well, wasn't it? That was like set in stone that he's fucking beat him there, like on the third
You
one.
know what I
Don't get me
mean?
wrong, the first fight and the second fight were close, like, but that fucking third one was jobs
unless
done,
Volk
like.
vacates or you know what I mean, he loses to another contender. I don't see Max in the belt or even the title fight in anytime soon. I
Well,
don't
like you
see
say,
it.
if Volk moves, he'll be the champ again of that division for sure. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about that. Like you say, 18-0 against everybody else apart from Volk. Like he's definitely going to be the champ of that division if he stays there again. But he's beat everybody. What are you going to do? Just going to go round again and do it again?
Exactly. You know, he's beat everyone.
Naz is like, why not?
Might as well make it run at 155 and see what shakes out. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm thinking about it. Let's go on to the next one. Anthony Smith and Ryan Spann. Controversial decision, crazy fight. But what did you do? Let's stick with you, Jordan. What did you
Anthony Smith, bro. The lion. He done it, man. I can't believe that. You don't understand how invested I am into this. As a believe me, you listener who I've been listening to that since days. Since
you're a believer, bro. You're a believer.
No. Fuck them, man. Like, but at the same time, I do like their shit. I do like it, but I'm not a fanboy. I won't say if I saw them, I don't like, consider myself a fanboy. But the one time I did see Bisping years ago, I do listen to. I said to him, you should get rid of Louis J. Gomez as a joke, and he does it. A couple of months later, I see he's with Anthony Smith now, and I was so happy Anthony Smith won this one after all the shit he's been through, bruv. Come on, man. And I know it was a robbery, a split decision.
A lot of people counted him out recently as well. Yeah, I mean,
a lot, bruv. They think he's overdone, especially some of the new fans that don't. Like, a lot of fans joined during COVID, so they don't even know that he fought John Jones. They don't know about the legendary knee. Like, one brother, he was on Twitter, I didn't even know, but I was like, bro, you're a noob in terms of fan. I'm not going to rip you, you can learn some more, but if you know what the work he put in, this guy's been fighting since back in the day.
He's a fucking veteran, and a lot of people don't realize it, like.
Fact, bro, he's been doing this since day one, and honestly, and he's not as much as he looks. He's a very level-headed, family-loving man, well-balanced in life, has a good philosophy and moral compass. But like, life goes a certain way, and this is where he's at right now. This is how he make his money and make his living. And sometimes it seems like he's crazy, but I don't know. I just love that he's just a warrior, and I'm so happy he beat. I'm so happy because I know he won't see many better days in his career. I do think it's going to go on a downslide. If it was me, I'll retire after this fight. But as I say, you should go out with one loss, so he should fight one more time. He's probably going to lose that, but he's on a crazy contract, and he's getting paid that analyst money. Maybe you can start focusing more on that. And I know Bisping makes hella money from that podcast with his 21 sponsors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's set for life. But I was just so happy he's won. Even though as a neutral, I felt like it's a draw. But we don't give draws because we've Americanized this shit. So we don't believe in draws. Like, you have a win or lose. And that Smith, you won it, man. I was so happy, bro. I know
you're either red or blue.
That's what it is. That's it. Like the only English, like the English are so sensible. Like they invented the sport where a draw is most likely. Like most international games are draws. I was like, bro, the English are so smart the way they are. Americans like, no, there must be overtime, overtime. Like even the Ultimate Fighter had like an extra overtime thing. That's American. But yeah, man, I digress. I thought it was a draw. I'm happy. I mean, I feel like most people are on Smith's fan, Superman side, and I hate that surname. I hate that nickname. But yeah, what do you guys? Who are you siding with?
Yeah, Jordain. What was your take on that whole decision controversy? The way the
I
fight
don't think it was a
played out?
robbery. It was a very, very close fight. That first round, Anthony came out. He was fast, man. He was accurate. The leg kicks were fucking insane. You know what I mean? He cracked him, dropped him too. I thought, fuck me, this fight should be done in the first round. It was absolutely sick. And then second round came out. Smith got cracked, started stumbling backwards like, fuck this. I don't want any of it. Started covering up, backing up. You know what I mean? And I was like, holy shit. Span, yeah, the eye cut was fucking huge, wasn't it? Span come in with that flying knee, trying to catch him with that, just missed him with it too, and then trying to get him. Was it a gilly that he tried to get him into, and then he went for the single leg, mate. The whole first round Smith, second round Span, third round could have been anybody's. Really could have been anybody's. You know what I mean? And it was. I think personally, Smith might have put the volume out a little bit more. You know what I mean? It 2 minutes to go or something. It slowed down a little bit. You know what I mean? When you thought, they pick up the pace a little bit here, it did kind of slow down a bit. But mate, tough fight to call for anybody, that one. You know what I mean? It was an incredible performance for the two of them, mate.
I do feel myself that sometimes when analysts, when they get in the cage, they fight sometimes with the analyst's head and how is the fight is being perceived, and that's why I think Smith was doing like, let me just do enough. I'm going to show enough and know how. You know what I mean? Because Ryan Span
his corner was smart in the third round. They said, look, stop fucking lunging in and going for these wild shots and take your time and just be accurate. Yeah, I mean, just precise, go for those kind of shots. Be a sniper, I think they said to him. Yeah, I mean, like, back it up a little bit.
Look, it was.
Do you guys think that he gets more love as a UFC man from the
Anthony Smith?
Judges that, the judges, they know. That's like Paul Felder when they gave Paul Felder a round or two against RDA. And I was like, what are these judges smoking? But it's like all the judges are his mates.
What must be difficult? Oh, sorry, I'll go on, man.
Yeah, I still think Anthony Smith made the one of the probably biggest mistake of his career. Yeah, when he fought John Jones and John Jones low blowed him or kneed him in the head when he was grounded.
Yeah,
and he didn't do what Aljo did. All right. Bro, I've been cussing about people that know me from way back then can tell you. Ask William, he will tell you, bro. I was cussing like you should have took the DQ, bro. You know what I mean? You should have took that.
Some people got too much pride to take that, but yeah, bro, I mean, like,
take that and then because what then happens is you get the pay-per-view points on the rematch because you're already the champion. So when you go give him an immediate rematch, anyways, you might lose it. But you're getting way more money because you're getting a rematch from it.
It's not about the money for some of these boys, though, is it? Yeah, I mean, like Anthony's. I'm the same as Naz. I listen to the fucking BYM pod every week, man. Like, and you're very right with his morals. He's a family man. He's all the, and it's not about the money for him. You know what I mean? It's about the respect for the love for the game, like absolutely everything for it. And it's obviously the pride. I don't want to say ego. It might be the wrong word. You know what I mean? But it's not him. It's not. He's not about that life. Like. If he's going to win something, he wants to win it on his own merit. He doesn't want to win it by a DQ, like.
And some people will give him credit for that, and a whole section of fans would have said, "Bro, John Jones is probably one of the hardest people to move out of the way, and if you got the chance to do that and get them pay-per-view points and get your name in history as well, because at least it would have been a UFC champion regard. Because you don't know what will happen in the rematch. He might do what Sterling did." And beat the West Sterling beat Yan. You never know. You just don't know. This is MMA. You don't know, but you take that chance.
Naz ain't convinced.
The fight gods rolled the dice for you, and you walked away from it, brother. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. You get the chance. Not many people get the chance to get one over John Jones. But go ask DC.
No, that's true.
He's still crying right now about it. You know what I mean? From that.
Yeah, but everyone that's got anything over him is mild in controversy. This would have been just another one. This would have been another Matt Hamill, another DC no contest. We all know John Jones whooped all their asses.
Yeah, man, serious, man. And big up to Tata Ginger and the house. Salute to you, my bro. Giga Chikadze is another one. He fought Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy. That ended in a decision. I was expecting more from Giga, to be fair.
Much more.
I was expecting, exactly. You know what I mean? I was expecting more. I didn't feel like I got it. Jordain, let's stick with you. What did you think of that bout? What did you think of the performance? Because Giga's not calling out, is calling out big names off of the back of that performance against someone like Bruce Leroy. Like, what's your take on it?
Wasn't expecting it to go 3 rounds. Thought he was going to come out harder than that, but he was landing the more accurate and the heavier strikes. You know what I mean? When he was landing, you could hear it. You know what I mean? But Caceres' movement, his speed, he's just so awkward to fucking go against. He didn't seem to really be able to find the rhythm that he was looking for. You know what I mean? He was just kept at his range a little bit, and yeah, it wasn't the fight you wanted. But yeah, I mean, it was all right. I don't really. But like you say, is it a performance to go calling out these big names? Nah, probably not. And trying to go for another title shot after he got absolutely smashed by Qatar. Like, but yeah, I feel like he could have done that.
Yeah, what about you, Naz? What did you make?
Remember that bro? He pretended to retire, yeah. And I was like, you know what? When he was about to retire, I was like, yeah, after that performance, maybe why not? A guy with one arm, he struggled against, and like not highest level guy, no offense, but I thought, all right, why not? And then he switched up. You know, he's all like, I'm here for all of you motherfuckers. I will come for you. Like, and then Al Qaeda all of a sudden. I was like, bro, like, where was that energy in the fight? And he also seems like a bit more mature. I don't know if before he was a bit arrogant. He had a punk attitude, you know, and he used to talk about how he beat up everyone when he was a kid and won all his taekwondo and karate thing. I was like, I remember I talked that talk when I was 26, 25. I done this in uni, I done this in boxing. You talk, and I was like, all right, he has that energy, but now he comes in this mature man energy. I know he is on the other side, but I just see this rise to title.
Cater humbled that man. That's what that was.
Cater humbled him. Calvin Cater
humbled that motherfucker.
Boston ass whoopage, you know.
That was a Neil Magny ass whooping. That one, wasn't it? Yeah,
that's where we're trying to version. I'm telling you.
Don't remind me of that Neil Magny ass whooping, man. Jesus Christ.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Comes around. But man, honestly, I just expected more from him. I don't know. I thought he's gonna come, and then it just doesn't go together. Like his aspirations are here. He really still thinks he can win the title, and you know he wants to fight Rodriguez. That's a title eliminator. If you fight Rodriguez and you beat him, I'm like, I don't know if I think he's gonna fight safe again. And he even alluded to it. He's fighting in a way where he could win. I was like, oh, you can come that guy.
Yeah, Rodriguez would smash him. Like
thank you. Really, when Dan Hardy done the breakdown on Rodriguez, watch Dan Hardy's breakdown of Rodriguez for the last fight. Yeah, this brother's on another level other than Volk, and even Volk, but he's on another. I'm telling you, he will smash Giga. The Giga kick will not work. Like, it'll be countered with the kick. But I can't wait for that fight. If that happens, cool, because I know you're really going to teach him. But I don't know. I just felt disappointed that Giga had all these mad aspirations and didn't even want to give it all against this guy. And you know me, I said fight of the night. I think they're going to get fight of the night. They, you know, you could have seen it. It could have went that way if Caceres had one extra arm. But he broke his forearm. Hey, he broke this bit, fibula, in the.
Oh, did he? I never even knew that. So I never caught the fights on Saturday. I had to catch up with him, so I ended up fucking like.
Oh, bro, it's big. They're all talking about it, man. All talking about now. He's like, oh, he fought one off for 3 rounds.
Mate,
yeah, proper. What's his name? Bruce Leroy. That's the name, bro. Yeah, man.
I love that brother, man.
Butterfly.
You know what I mean?
Be like water, innit? Fucking boom.
I just like how he goes about his business. Okay, I'm just gonna give these other two fighters a quick mention. Rhea Nakamura with a dominant win against
a very dominant performance.
I thought he was looking for the finish all through that fight.
He tried.
Fantastic showing from him. Fantastic showing. Erin Blanchfield beating Talia Santos.
Fucked my coupon, man.
Yeah,
I had an Acheron and she was the only one that I went for sub. I mean, how many fights in a row she's won? There's
Bro, that's the
fucking
kind of fight you just
8.
leave out.
And then I know, mate. And then she went three
Women's
fights with
MMA,
submissions. So I went through. So I put it down as submission win for her, and I had everybody else just to win the fight. The whole thing came in set from that sub, mate. Yeah, I mean, gutted.
And the last mention as well. How about the Taffa brothers? How about Junior Taffa and the way he disposed of Parker Porter? But like, bro, I don't know which one of the Taffa brothers do you like their style the most and the way they go about their
the slimmer one.
Nah.
The slimmer one.
No, honestly, the one from yesterday, honestly, he's better. He just seems to be more on point and fast with it. Like, honestly, bro, these like islanders, bro. These Pacific Islanders, Maui, they're flipping. Like the heavyweights seem to be built the
dangerous,
way. Like,
every one of them, isn't it? I mean,
they got them pain of fat about them, man.
Their amount of fat they got, that's what gives them that iron chin. They can get rocked by a sledgehammer. It's like hitting jelly. Just shakes and gets rid of it. I swear they've got some mad chins. Like I know Mark Hunt's Australian, but he's still like an islander. These guys are they from that part? Are they from Hawaii? I'm not sure, but them Braz though, they have some mad chin when they're heavyweights, and they almost always seem to be either a heavyweight or like a featherweight. There's very, very few in the middle. Brett Tavares is the only one, but they're heavyweights, bro. They all look chunky, innit? You always think, I wonder how good he really is. But bro, they could bang. I still want to see a champion out of them, man. Like out of them, like Tai Tuivasa was probably the closest, but it's Mark Hunt was up there. But yeah, I want to see a champion out of one of those Pacific Islanders. I mean, Rob Whittaker's hard, I believe, but yeah, man, them mans have some crazy genetics.
Jordan, what about you? What do you which Taffa brother do you like that you style the most? Are you with Naz?
Mate, I've probably not seen enough of it. Naz doing his Mr. Blobby impression there, you know what I mean? But I've probably not seen enough of Junior, if I'm honest with you. Like you say, he does look fast, he does look crisp. But his first fight we've seen him in the UFC was against Muhammad Usman, went to 3 rounds, and boys, wasn't the best of fights, was it? Yeah, I mean, it was heavy digs from both of them, but it wasn't exactly explosive through the entire thing. There was nothing where it was like, oh, holy crap, maybe like 1 or 2 shots that landed that were pretty sweet. But the way he came out against Parker Porter there the weekend, mate, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I mean, just landed that right hand, rocked him, ended up with a big, nasty uppercut, and then just kept going. Oh, mate, what a finish.
I mean, I think, I definitely think them two, especially Mohamed Usman and Taffa, I think they owe the fans a rematch, you know what I mean? It's one of them fights that they got to come back around again and give us a proper rematch on that one, man. You know? Something that the fans can actually enjoy.
Is there another Taffa brother? Yeah, I mean, Parker Porter's lost against both of them men now. Like, you'll be standing waiting on the next one coming up.
Well, I think there is another Taffa brother, they said. There's another 2 more, and they're also fighting on the regional scene.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was like, this family's just murderous.
What was that fucking movie? The 3 Ninjas or something with the 3 brothers and sisters? It's like the fucking 3 Taffas, isn't it? Big ninjas, bro.
Yeah, man. So let's shift gears a little bit real quick. Yeah, we just had the White Contender Series, and a friend of the show, right, from Valon team over there in Belgium, representing Nigeria and Zimbabwe, our boy Okibolaji went over to the White Contender Series with bad intentions, people. If you haven't seen what this brother did, after this show, head on over to my Insta reel, to my stories. You see on there. Impressive performance.
On the YouTube short.
Yes, it's on the YouTube short as
very well, bro.
So go and check it out. A lot of people have seen it. I mean, he's come out with crazy intentions, man, and secured that contract. Dana White loved this performance. DC said it was the best performance of the night. Same with Laura Sanko. Everybody was waxing lyrical about this youth, but we already knew what the brother was capable of doing, and it was just about him going out there and executing what he came to do. Naz, let me come to you. What just watching, the brother come on the interview, saying the things that he said, and he was saying things with chest. You saw it, you know what I mean? He was saying, this is what I'm gonna go in there and do. I'm a ladies' brother out. I'm collecting that contract, securing the bag, and I'm gonna change my life. How did it look to you in that fight there?
Bro, he spoke about it like it was a job interview and he knew the ins and out. You're like, does he? And then when he went there, he really did perform. And he's so mild mannered and well spoken and very humble and hard working. And you think, oh, let's see his fighting style. Maybe he did not waste any time. And honestly, like people like that have that what we call the honest body. A lot of people are ready to see like, is he going to be bored? Is he going to try to wrestle? And he quickly, once they impressed the lot. And honestly, like as soon as he went down, as soon as the point was in, his name, man, that's the I do know. As soon as he went down,
Doesn't matter. He lost.
I knew straight away he's getting a contract there and there. Mario,
Something like
the guy that he's
Salvador, I think it's Salvador.
He was down for a while as well. So he was down for a while. I was like, okay, he's carrying that extra power with him. And again, he's in the perfect weight division to do it. Honestly, I could see him getting into the top 15 pretty quickly. A bit like Terrence McKinney, but he doesn't have that. Other like Terrence McKinney has this aura, and when he speaks on social media a lot, you can tell he's still a youngster learning. But as I said, it seems like he knows he's in the blueprint. Someone showed a blueprint, and he's like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. I don't know, brother. I feel like he's gonna rise pretty quickly. I said,
got that GTA cheat sheet, bro. L2 square, triangle, circle, fucking mate.
Yep. Like if you're undefeated and you have that Adonis body and you do a couple of you'll go quickly. The UFC pushes you quickly, like undefeated, knocking out people. Just ending. I can see him quickly going top 15, and honestly, I can't wait for his debut because he is fresh. He's so fresh. He could fight in France 2 days from now, or whatever.
He literally was saying that.
He was on it. 2 fights got cancelled, bro. He'll blatantly slip in there. He wouldn't care. Like that's a trip back home, basically.
And just stop off in France on the way home.
Dana loves shit like that. I
hope somehow. I don't know if it's possible.
Jordain, let me come to you. You seen this brother? You see, I mean, we've been promoting this fight all week. And you've seen his preparation, how diligent he is in the gym, how the killers that he's fighting. As we saw him pose with Ian Kutilaba. He's fighting some power punches. And you saw the devastating body shot that really dropped Salvador. It was one of them. There was so many combos that he was bringing in, but there was one final shot. He just laid
that Weber. Yeah. Oh. Have we lost over?
I'm still here, but yeah, man, that body shot, bros.
That was heavy, wasn't it? So yeah, like I think I know where he was going with this one, like, but mate.
But yeah, he's
go on about it. He's gonzo in, man. Mate, he was. What surprised me the most was how patient he was. Like seeing that big moment for some people, you're getting in the Dana White Contender Series. You think, oh mate, I'm gonna run in there and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And as soon as he hit him and he seen that he was hurt and he started backing up, you could see he was calculating what shot he was gonna. He thought about the flying knee, but he never went for it until he got a little bit closer to the side of the cage. You could see he was gearing up. He took that 2-step to jump and hit him with it, and then he was like, "No, it's not the right time." Then he looked and he got that body shot, and I was like, "Oh, this is the one." He dropped him down to the fucking floor and just started going for it, mate. Yeah, I mean, I was like, "Wow!" Like the patience, the precision, the fight IQ to know what shot to pick and which one to go for, mate. Like you say, this man is going to go on to do big things in that lightweight division, and I'm looking forward to how his career just progresses throughout this UFC.
I'm hoping he does a quick run, a bit like Cyril Gahn. I don't know, I feel that cerebralness with striking. It's like, oh, you don't have every single strike. Like, in street fight, you see what moves you do. And you're like, oh man, he has all these moves and techniques he could choose from.
Yeah.
He has a cerebralness. What he does have, he knows exactly when to use it with almost like a smoothness. And I sometimes like, are you born with that? Because him, Cyril Gahn, whoever else has done. It's like you haven't had that many fights, but you just have an awareness of distance creation. You know what speed to use, what gear to go into to quickly close that down.
It's like he sees the fight in slow motion in front of him as it's happening. You know what I mean? It's like he's got, like I say, that patience, and he's got that time to make those decisions and bounce into it. Am I going to have to run with this live on my own? You've cut off on your camera
No,
now as
I'm
well.
here.
But yeah, mate, like you say, that cerebralness, he seems to be having like an out of body experience when he's fighting. He's just on the outside, just locking in from the way that he goes about picking his shots. But incredible performance. I'll be back.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. And again, there's another one that's so humble that when he's up that championship level, he'll still come on here, he'll still get his time, give us some back and forth.
Yeah,
I like him, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. But this Dana White in this series, man, it's taken over the MMA scene to the degree where I'm actually scared for the minor leagues. Like it's taken, other than Europe, I mean, all the American ones must be feeling like, oh, if it wasn't for Dana, I'll have much better fighters fighting for like a grand or two. And the UFC, more eyes will be on me. I'll be giving guys to the UFC. Now they're just bypassing, going straight to the DWCS. And bruv, Dana White said it, like almost all the names on his board are from from his future fights. They're all blue ticked, which means from the Dana White's Contender Series. Very few are red. He said from the Ultimate Fighter and
other promotions about. I feel like more of them should be on board, like Cage Warriors are. I mean, it still kind of monopolizes the UFC a little bit too much. But I like what they do with the Cage Warriors, where the fighters can come up through there, show the worth, show the skills, become champions, move on into the UFC or whatever it is. I like that setup. I think it gives them a good localized like place where they can start, build up a bit of a fan base, and then get to where they want to go. Where Dana White Contender Series, you get some backstory on them, they get thrown straight into the fight, you get to see what they can do. And don't get me wrong, it's great. I mean, I absolutely love it. You get some bangers on there. You get some bangers on there that are better than fight night cards. Like, it's fucking insane. But at the same time, I feel like, as we've spoken about, the EFC and a couple of the other promotions could do with that little Cage Warriors privilege that they get. You know what I mean? Just get them in there a little bit. Yeah. Try and promote the boys a little bit more and give them more people that opportunity to get in. And it's only going to benefit Dana and the UFC if they do that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's doing too many of them, though.
I like that. I mean, the amount of fighters from the Dana White Contender Series that's really gone on and done something incredible in the UFC. There's a whole list of them, and it's a good platform to get all these top fighters in. Even yesterday, when you look at it, there's a couple of fighters that won their fight, but Dana weren't really impressed with the performance. And from what Dana was saying and how it's like, you have to come here. You have one day. I come here. I don't know anybody. I've not read anybody's stats. I've not read anybody's script. I've not read nothing. Right? You get one chance to make me say yes. That's it. You only get one chance to show me that you're deserving of a UFC contract. And that's when you see all these savages that go in there and they go with the mind of a killer. They trying to take your head off. They come there to, you know what I mean? Even Bo Nickel, he won so good. Dana thought it was a fluke. He said, listen, show me that shit again. You know? You know what I mean? Like, no, actually, no. You come back, show me that shit again. Let me see that for real. You know, because when a lot of fighters, when they come from one promotion and they come to the UFC, sometimes reality does smack them in the face as well. Like, holy shit.
The moment catches
I
up
thought
with them.
I was the bee's knees, and then I get here and it's a whole other level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it showed in the Ultimate Fighter. If you watch this season and you see the prospects fighting the vets, you can see the way the vets cool. You know what I mean? Like, there's just levels to the thing, and it takes a little bit of learning. But some people that really got it. They push their way to the top.
That's what I also like about it as well. Like, we'll give Chris Duncan a shout out here. Yeah, I mean, was going up against, I can't remember the boy it was fighting now. Pulled out, had to make weight twice within 2 weeks to make his Dana White Contender Series showing. Came up against Borishev.
I remember.
Unfortunately, got the KO, monster KO as well. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, man. We had him on the fight week show.
They gave him another shout again and said, "Yo, right, obviously." The build-up variables, the circumstances wasn't the best yet. I mean, for somebody to go in and have that kind of fight, come and have another crack at it, show us what you can do. And he went out there and did. You know what I mean?
And that goes to show again, bruh, when El Kukui had that 2 weight cuts in like 2 weeks or 1 week, and then when I fought Justin Gaethje, like, bro, what are you doing? I was saying that time, like, yo, bro, you can't do that and then go and fight, you know, the type of savage that you're gonna go and fight Justin Gaethje. And that goes to show what the same example you just made there with Chris Duncan. Shout out to Chris Duncan, going through that weight cut, you know, in the sequence that he did. It just doesn't favor you, and they're sorry, and you know, glad they did something about it. He's in the UFC, he's won 2 fights, he's doing good, and long may it continue for the problem. Long may it continue. Bro, we got one more fight to talk about here before we get out of here. And big up Paul Ditch, the bloody good show. Salute to him, man. He hooked us up with Aaron Abbey, right? We had an interview with Aaron Abbey today. That interview is going to be coming.
Oh, you smashed it out already?
Yeah, bro.
Nice, mate. Done in the bag. Loving it. I'm still to message the man.
Yeah, we work with quickness around here, man. You know what I mean?
I noticed, bro. He's on that to-do list we were talking about.
So, look, shout out to Aaron Abbey. We spoke at length. He's wicked, man. Liverpool fan. Liverpool fan. We spoke about some football. You know what I mean? He also played for Wrexham.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, he also played for Wrexham.
Nah, maybe I won't give him a shout.
Will's at international, you know what I mean? Kind of international level. He was playing with people like Aaron Ramsey and that. Back, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, rah. You know what I mean? From when he dropped that, I'm like, what? Aaron Ramsey is like, man, yeah, what? I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm like, boy, Aaron Ramsey did 1 or 2 things for man. You get me? So big up to Aaron Abbey, and keep your eyes out for that interview. He's gonna be dropping soon. And he's got big news coming off on his page. So if you don't follow him, go and check out Aaron Abbey on Instagram. Go and follow him, go and give him a shout, and go support him. Good brother, man. And keep your eye out for that interview, man. Shout out to Paul Ditch again for putting that together for us. Salute to you. Before we leave here, Usyk and Danny Dubois. There's a little bit right. We saw what happened with that fight. You know, Usyk won the thing. Jordain, I'm going to stick with you. With the way the controversy of the low blow on Danny Dubois.
Yeah.
People are now saying it's not a low blow. What did you make of that whole situation there?
It's funny, isn't it?
Him knocking him out, anyways.
It's the size of the motherfucker shorts, man. Yeah, I mean, like, to call it a low blow, it is, and it isn't. Yeah, I mean, it isn't. If you think about how high that belt, like, that waistline is on a pair of boxing shorts, bro, that's your fucking belly button that man just punched, and he hit you with a body shot that put you down onto the fucking ground, and you couldn't take it, and you milked 5 minutes to recover and get back in there. And what was it, 7th round, 8th round? He got the KO, mate. He was done. He was done with that body shot, and personally, I think it wasn't a low blow, and he milked it for what he could to get back in there and do the job that he needed to do.
However, it's the referee that spilt that damn milk. Like they just gathered up, put it in the bottle, took his time, drank.
Fucking gave him the straw and said, "Yo, man, get into that." Fucking take that straw, son.
By the way. It was more than 5 minutes as well. A lot of people doing their own little thing on YouTube going, okay, this is 5 minutes and 58 seconds. I was like, well, I didn't clock that, but I feel like he would have gotten up within the 10 seconds if it was like,
but 10 seconds and getting put back on blast and taking another couple of body shots, bro. Yeah, I mean, the recovery time is what was
So it's in between the walls where, like, he would have gotten up, but wouldn't be enough for him to stop him. And
yeah,
I would say, like,
what forward and landed another big body shot.
Even if there's a rematch, if it's the same ref, Dubois would never have a chance. He needs a ref where the ref goes in there, pulls down his fucking pants and his ball protectors to literally just, I don't know, an inch above his hip, which is still, for me, not enough. But I'll give him that, because in UFC, they put it to your hip line. Mm-hmm. There is no 1 centimeter or nothing. So I'll give him that 1 inch above your hip line. But no way would I let Usyk pull it up so that he hides his belly button. And it was nowhere near a low blow, to be honest. It wasn't even close. However, I do think he would have gotten up, and I feel like he would have gotten up and survived that round, then came on again. But you feel like, he might not recover or survive that round. Again, we'll never know, but is it worth the rematch? I mean, if this was an AJ fight, you'll be like, yeah, another third match, why not? But it was against Dubois, who kind of shouldn't have been there, but I don't know, man. When he lost to Joey Joyce, I was not impressed. And even the way he lost here in the end, I was like, if he lost by decision, he even have more of a chance. But losing the way he lost, he'll never see this rematch again. He can still become champion. He's still mad young. He can fight in 3 years again for the belt when the new lot are here. See if he can be one of the oldest or the new lot. Because he's, 26 or 27? 20? He's mad young. So let's see him come back in. But, bro, that controversy, it's going to be forgotten. Don't think it's like, a big MMA match where it takes time. Like, it'll be forgotten in a couple of... When's the next big boxing match? There really is one. But actually, I'm not going to lie. This year's been a good year for boxing. This year's been a good year for boxing. Let's see.
Yeah, man. They've put on a lot of They've put on a lot of fights this year, really. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't knock boxing this year, man. We got to see
all gimmick fights. They're not all gimmick fights.
We got to see Fury. We got to see Fury and Josh. No, we didn't see Josh. We got to see Usyk and Joshua. We got to see some good fights. We've had to see quite a few fights this year.
More to come.
More than usual that you usually get from boxing.
More to come, Ola. There's more to come. And some of them, I see someone said mostly gimmick. Some of them are going to be gimmicky fights. But a mixed match of gimmick fights and high-level professional fights, it really has been a good year for boxing all around.
Javante Davis is had one or two fights. Still, Shako Stevenson is given a couple good fights, and I see that Naz is quietly happy there. But what did I say, Jordan? He was scared about Chelsea losing in that one. Talking about
Naz.
They got that Vinny Jones. Look at him.
You owe me 80 quid, son. Your team let me down, mate. You owe me 80 quid. Fulham, bro. Fulham. You're joking, man.
Well done.
Hey, told me you got them bags too, so don't you be holding back, son. You fucking, I mean, I'll slide you my fucking account number and sort code after this, and you sort a man out, like.
Bro, right now I'm only worrying about a small problem of Manchester United on Sunday. That's the problem that I'm worried about right now, man. I hear Varane is out. I'm hearing we got
lucky. We got lucky. I'll tell you that. Like fucking, so we were 2-1 down. I thought, where the fuck is this going here? Brought it back 2-2. I was like, sound right, and then we got that penalty. Wasn't the most definite penalty, I mean, but so I'll take it. I'll fucking take it, boys.
Hold on, now that Varane's out, who you got in, Maguire?
Oh shit!
What's the options, brother? What's the options?
Fuck no options, mate. Just playing hope. That's all we've got. Yeah, I mean, bring back Alex Ferguson, man.
No, but I'm sure Ten Hag has got one or two cards up his sleeve, but it would have been sitting down there with Ferguson trying to work out, hey, what should I do with this lot? What should I do?
He's needing the chewing gum, mate. That's the missing tactic. Yeah, I mean, and fucking and the 2 or 3 goals in the fucking extra time. That's what we're needing again. We need to go back to the old days, like.
Fuck it, it's gonna be a mad one. I'm looking forward to that match, anyways. But I really am. People, we've come to the end of the show. Shout out to everybody that's joined us for this episode of Dust Up Shakedown. Big up to Jordain for pulling up. Big up to Naz as always for pulling up. And we got an incredible few weeks, couple of weeks coming up. Keep your eye locked on the Fight Week show. Go and subscribe to the Rambling Dad and the Bloody Good Show. Go and check those guys out. Follow them on all platforms. All social media network. Go and follow them. Go and support them. And Terrence Balelo, Gift Walker, go and check them out. Go and check out their page. Go and show them some support. They got big things cooking, and we're going to be showing it. We're going to be building it up right here on the Fight Week show. Keep it locked with us. And up onto the next video, people. Hasta la vista, man. We're out. Salute.
Peace.